Hello YouTube, Facebook or whatever group that I'm going to be posting this on. It's Aaron here, or Claude Mods, which is my online name for my distributions and GTA 5 mods. I've got a short video here really. I'm going to try and keep this as small and minimal as I can. With a quick update to my distributions, and a few new that will be one of them's been released and I am currently creating a new one later on tonight. It's currently 7 minutes past 12 in the UK at the moment. So my Lancaster KDE Neon's been renamed to Lancaster Ubuntu KDE. As everyone knows, or if you do a bit of research, KDE Neon's actually based on 2204 servers or mirrors, and obviously Plasma 6 has just been released, and if you download an old version of my Lancaster KDE Neon, in fact if you actually download it because it's been renamed as Lancaster KDE Neon, then you will receive updates from Plasma 6 which will break the system due to my theme not actually being configured for Plasma 6. The widgets don't actually work as such with Plasma 6 just yet. I'm not going to go on too much about it, but I have contacted developers to try and get something in the works within the next couple months or so. I can't give a time frame because I just don't know how long it will take. So my Lancaster KDE Neon's been renamed to Lancaster Ubuntu KDE, and it's based on 2204 servers just like KDE Neon, and that just got posted yesterday, so I'm going to be showcasing that. And also I've just published on my SourceForge Lancaster Ubuntu KDE based on 23.10.1 mirrors, and later on tonight I'm actually building a 24.04 distribution with everything that I normally add, and my Ubuntu distributions are actually built off of my KDE Neon, so everything that you normally would find in my KDE Neon is in my Ubuntu KDE distributions. Obviously they're all named the same, but they're on different mirrors, and they all contain the same features because they're actually all built off of the same ISO, which is my Lancaster KDE Neon 1.8. But anyway, I'm going to get down with the showcase. I'm going to start with my favourite song. I'm going to remove myself from view of sight in the video like I normally do, and I'm going to showcase my two updated distributions.
Hey, here we go, dropped in.
my distribution of Lancaster 8 Spitfire KGE, which was 4.6 gigabyte. And I had to remove it due to the fact that one guy there is Arch. If you like this song, you love this song.
Hey, give me your top 10.
We're going to stop the song there. I'm going to then move on to my Ubuntu KDE based on 2204 servers. For the most part, obviously I'm using a virtual machine, so it's going to be just a little bit slower, if not a lot. And everything basically looks exactly the same, because they're just based on the mirrors really. All features are the same. You won't find my in my other distribution, the Fedora Media Writer. This is just something that I've added into this, down to the fact that it was a little bit smaller and it allowed me to add this and have the same size as my other distribution. I'm going to start, well, really I want to show some of the features that, you know, if you've got, I'm actually using the distribution myself on my laptop, so if you come here and you've got problems with too many icons, I've shown this in many of my videos, you can actually go onto the system tray by right clicking and changing some of the entries so that actually don't show. So I can hide the VLC. I actually don't use VLC when the music's playing itself. I'm just going to come off of this quickly. I don't have the VLC icon on the desktop. Normally I actually just use this, so I can go backwards and forwards and stop it from the normal media player icon or application. So I'm gonna play this song now. I'm gonna move on to my Lancaster Ubuntu KDE based on 2204 mirrors, and like I said, you won't find the Fedora Media Writer on there due to the fact that KDE Neon is such a big distribution. When I add my features to it, it's around the same size of what you, well, they're both 3 gigabyte these downloads, so if you actually well, obviously I've built my 23.10.1 off of my KDE Neon, and when I actually installed all the updates, it actually gave me a bit of space to add Fedora Media Writer into it, and it was still the same size as what you'd get when you download my KDE Neon, which has obviously been renamed. But yeah, so you won't find the Fedora Media Writer in my 2204 release.
Hey, give me your top 10.
Distributions that I've been filling with. Like I said, all features are exactly the same. You just won't find the Fedora Media Writer and actually the KDE. It's called KDE Partition Manager is not actually put on here. You can go to all applications and actually check what applications are installed. And if you want to put your the partition manager, if you're doing anything to do with partition managers, it is installed, and you can add it to your favorites. And I'm just showing many of the features that you can do within my distribution. I normally do this every other video, really, just to keep people aware that some of the features, or how to overcome obviously the icon problem in the task manager. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. This is based off of KDE Neon when it was on Plasma 5, which is why I've now removed the servers to KDE Neon, because it's looking for updates and off of their servers, which will then give you Plasma 6, which breaks my widgets that I currently use. And yeah, if you like the music, I do credit the music maker. I do make music myself as well. Every other video, of course, there's updates because this was only just published the other day. Then you can go onto YouTube, and it's spelled Uminal, or correct me if I'm wrong when I say his name, but his name is Uminal, and he has all these different genres of music that you can listen to, and because it's free, I'm pretty sure you can download them for free. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at this. I'm gonna end it with my favourite song for today. The other one was
Hey, Louis dropped in.
play with the fishes. Don't want to get in trouble with any neighbours, so I will leave it at this. I hope that you've enjoyed the video. In fact, give me a second to shut this down. It's a very cool feature that I found not too long ago, that aquarium, shall I call it aquarium, in the terminal. I think it's pretty cool. I've actually now put into my distributions pack store, which is like its own little repo, really. You can go online and search which packages are actually in the pack store repo or mirror list, and there's quite a few on there, to be honest, which is why I implemented it into all my distributions. So after my 22.04 update, which is going to be later on tonight if I can get it working, since it's still a unstable release, it's actually 24.04 is due to be released in April as an LTS, and well, there's obviously going to be a Ubuntu based off of it, which is going to be such a large download, something around 3.6 GB download, whereas all my downloads are around 3 GB. I try to keep them minimal. So their systems will be around about 12 to 14 gigabytes, whereas mine are 9. And if anything, if it's any bigger than 9, I know that something in the background, such as like packages, are being held in the cache, because all of my distributions are exactly the same size, unless you're on Arch, which is roughly about 11 gigabyte due to Arch system files. But for the most part, they're all the same size. I actually take note of my system sizes and put them in my README files on my SourceForge, and I also put the download size to an extent. It goes up and down really. At the moment, I think the Lancaster Ubuntu KDE 23.10.1, if I actually pronounce it now, it'd be a lot easier, but since I've already said its version number, actually is around about 3.2 gigabytes. So yeah, it's a little bit bigger than my other one, but not too big, because normally if I install Fedora Media Writer, it's around about 1.5 gigabyte on top of the 9, and it makes it around 10, and I just think it's quite big, being that KDE Neon itself was 7.6 gigabyte as a standard, and I did have my ISOs at that size at one point, but I basically added a few more features to make it more stable, and like I say in all of my videos, I actually test my own software. I've got 2 computers beside me and various other computers in my bedroom, and I do a lot of testing on my distributions. I game off of them, I make videos off of them, I edit photos off of them, I listen to music off of them. I continuously change my distributions that are on my hardware as well. So one day I might have Lancaster KDE, Ubuntu KDE on my laptop, and then tomorrow I might have my Debian release, which is Lancaster Debian KDE on my laptop. And I also have an OpenRC version, which I will be testing maybe on the next day, or I've got another computer, and I'll have all 3 of them. I've got 3 computers at the moment. I'll have all 3 of them sat beside me, and I'll be using my Ubuntu, I'll be using my Debian, and then I'll be using my OpenRC, because I don't actually test my Arch one due to the fact that I'm having a lot of problems with Arch and building off of Arch. But yeah, as a whole, I do test all my distributions that I'm releasing. Before I do release them, I install them to make sure they install, and then, well, given on how long I test them for, and if there's no issues, I do put them as stables. I release a new update as a stable, which is based off of the version I created before that. And yeah, of course, I intensively test it before I class it as a stable, down to the fact that I wouldn't want anyone downloading something that might not work somewhere down the line. Maybe within a day or 2 after install, something breaks and it doesn't work. And my OpenRC is a prime example of that, because it actually used Devon as a base, and then I've put OME mirrors on there. So I had a lot to remove from that distribution when I built it off of Devon, to then update it to OME mirrors from Debian. And everything just works fine. Obviously, there's certain things that just don't work with Devon, because it's not a systemd distribution. It's actually, you can download, well, you can set it up to run off of various init systems, and mine's based off of OpenRC. And well, with my version, there is a few things that just don't work, like the task manager or system monitor doesn't show the applications, and I think that's the only thing that actually doesn't work on there. And yeah, well, I've had some good fun with this video, showing and showcasing my new updates. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave it at this now. I hope that you're having a good night or good day, whatever time it is when you watch this video. That's what, like I normally say. And it's a bye from me, Aaron, or Claude Mods, which is my online name.